Hello, my name is Eduard Brenton, and I am a passionate man when it comes to the playing of video games. As such, I have acquired a modest video game collection, as you can partially see behind me. First, I will show you how I store my video games. Then, I will place my video games onto my place of sleeping for ease of perusal. Enjoy it, please. It's me again, Eduard Brenton, doing the thing that I said I was going to do first, showing how I store my video games. You can see here, tucked away in the corner, some Sega Mega Drive games, including Sonic 1 and 2 and Echo the Dolphin. Above is some Xbox 360 games, like Halo 3 and the orange box. Then we come down to the Wii games and GameCube games. I also have one Wii U game, even though I don't have a Wii U. It's Hello Kitty Cruisers. And here are PlayStation 1 games. And next to the PlayStation 1 games are DS games, Nintendo DS games. There is a Japanese Nintendo DS game, which is Okami-den, because I couldn't find it in Europe or US. Now we go to Switch games. I only have a few Switch games, as you can see here. And now I need to move this to access the rest of the collection. Oh, there's my amiibos, by the way. And there's some Star Wars Lego that I keep up there on top of these PS3 and PS4 games. So next to the Switch games, there are two PSP games. I'm sure I have more, but I don't know where they went. Oh, I forgot. Oh, no, I didn't. There's 3DS games next to DS games. Now there's PS2 games. And next to PS2 games, PS3 games. I wonder what's next. Oh, look, it's PS4 games. Do you see what I've done there? PS2, PS3, PS4. So why isn't there PS1 there? You must be wondering. I myself am wondering that. I probably should put them there to make it better. And there's the last PS4 games, next to some Pokemon V battle cards. That's where I store my collection. Now I will put these video games onto my place of sleeping so you can look at them. I soon realized that putting my entire collection onto my bed would not be a good idea, because I don't have enough space. So I will put the games down in a random order, but with the same system. So here we have Xbox and 360 games. Revolution Soccer 4 for the Xbox. Batman Arkham Asylum for the 360. Fallout New Vegas, the orange box. Halo 3. I'm sure I had Halo 2 and Halo 1, but I'm not sure where they are. Fallout 3. Mass Effect. Mass Effect 2. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Bioshock. Bioshock 2. Bioshock is the best, by the way. The second one is pretty good, but not as good as the first. And there's Grand Theft Auto 4. The last but one most recent Grand Theft Auto. Of course, next year we'll have Grand Theft Auto 6. Those are the Xbox and 360 games. Let's move on to a new system. Okay, here we have Sega Mega Drive and N64 games. This is Echo the Dolphin. I spent a long time playing this game when I was a child. And this is Menacer. This game uses a shooter, a light shooter. It was quite fun and pretty good technology for the time. Here is Streets of Rage. I was gonna say 4 because I've been playing it recently. That's why I went, but it's the original Streets of Rage. It's a great game. Everyone knows it. And here is Sonic and Sonic 2, which need no introduction. Classic games. And this is WWF No Mercy. You can tell how long ago it was because it says WWF, not WWE. This was pre the Get the F Out era. This was a great game. And of course, the classic, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I've beaten this multiple times. Maybe 3. That's it for these games. Let's go to another system. Okay, it's time for a Nintendo GameCube and Nintendo Wii games. And one Wii U game as well. Let's take a look. First is Mario Kart Double Dash. And then Star Wars Rogue Leader, Rogue Squadron 2. A great Star Wars game. Not something we've been used to recently. Just kidding. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Limited edition, including 2-game bonus disc. I think this one had Ocarina of Time in it as well. Yes. Master Quest. That's right. I remember it now. Let's see inside. That's Wind Waker. That's Ocarina of Time. And there's the booklet. Remember these? They contain words and images. We used to get them in games. They're called instruction booklets. That's how we got our instructions, not the internet, like nowadays. Next is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword Special Orchestra CD. One of the last Nintendo Wii games. If I'm not mistaken, I could just be making that up. Nintendo Wii game Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. This also came out on the GameCube. I'm pretty sure. But I played it on the Wii. Monster Hunter Tri. I'm not sure if I remember enjoying this game, but I enjoyed the more recent Monster Hunters. Here is Super Mario Galaxy. That's the first one. I'm not sure why I don't have the second one, even though I played it and enjoyed it very much. Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. We will soon get Metroid Prime 4 after a long time of waiting. I cannot wait. This is Red Steel 2. I enjoyed the first Red Steel very much. That's why I got Red Steel 2. But Red Steel 2 wasn't as good as Red Steel 1. Wii Fit Plus. I did that for a while. Okami. I have a secret. I never finished Okami, even though I love the art style. Oh, why is Wii Fit Plus? Oh dear. Look at that. I wonder if Okami is in Wii Fit Plus. Should we see? No, it's not. Where's Okami? Oh my god, I'm freaking out. That's not good. I better find that after I make this video. But anyway, I really like it, but I couldn't finish it. I found it rather repetitive, so I stopped playing. But I always meant to go back. This is the Wii U game in my possession, Hello Kitty Cruisers. I'm not sure why I purchased this, maybe because of the cute cover. I also heard it was rare, so I thought, oh, maybe I'll buy that. And here are some games that were included in the Wii machine itself. Wii Sports Resort and the original Wii Sports. Okay, that does it for Wii and GameCube games. Let's move on. Now we will look at PlayStation 1 games. Here is SmackDown 2, Know Your Role. I had many other of the wrestling games for the PlayStation, but I'm not sure where they are. This is Roll Cage. I'm not sure if you know about this game. It was very fun. I had a demo of it that I played over and over again. And then I got the full game because I liked it so much. It was addictive. This is Tekken. This was part of a 5-game collection that my father purchased for me when he got us the PlayStation for Christmas many years ago. He's now in prison. This is Final Fantasy IX. I never finished this, but I should, because I heard it's one of the best Final Fantasies, if not the best. Here is Spider-Man. I enjoyed this game very much. It's not like the new Spider-Mans, but it was still a lot of fun back in the day. The World Is Not Enough, 007. A pretty good game for what it was at the time. And here's Tekken 2. Platinum version. It's got a crack. It's still a good game though. Here is Rayman. Rayman the original. A pretty good platforming game. And here is Tekken 3. Possibly the best Tekken that there is. And there's a big crack in it, unfortunately. That's the thing about PS1 game cases, they're prone to cracking. Tony Hawk's Skateboarding. I spent many hours playing this game. There's another crack. Let's look at the back. Go big, Hawk style, it says. Okay, let's go to the next system, shall we? Now let's take a look at Nintendo DS, 3DS, and PSP games. Let's start over here with Dragon Quest Monsters Joker. I never finished this game, unfortunately. I still hope to, though. Rune Factory. I don't think I finished this either, even though I enjoyed playing it. It's the first Rune Factory. That's the back. Zelda, The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. I really enjoyed this game. It was the first game on the DS, and it utilized the stylus and the dual screen very well. And this is Okami Den. I like the beautiful artwork, and I tried to play it, but I couldn't understand it. I could not speak Japanese very well. And this is Winx Club, Saving Althea. I did some research into rare games, and this one came up, so I purchased it. I'm not sure if it's worth anything though. It's a similar story with Jewel Time Deluxe. This was very cheap, only a couple of pounders. so I thought I'd buy it. I think I have 2 copies of that for some reason. This is Zelda Triforce Heroes. I got this cheap too, maybe £5. I kept the plastic on it. Maybe one day I'll open it and play it. It's one of the few Zelda games I haven't played yet. Star Fox 3D 64. I think this was the first 3DS game that I played. I enjoyed it. It's quite short though. The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds. This was a great game. Very clever and enjoyable for the 3DS. And this is Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo DS. New Super Mario Bros. And this is Super Mario 3D Land for the 3DS. And this is Luigi's Mansion 2, which recently got an updated version for the Switch. This is Ever Oasis, still in its wrap. I enjoyed this, but I stopped playing it because I'm not sure. I think it got a bit boring, but still a nice game. Yokai Watch, still in its plastic. I have never played this. I've heard it's like Pokemon, and it looks like it's got some cute and cool creatures, so maybe I'll play it one day. Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories for the PSP. I remember having fun with this game and marveling at how amazing it was to play in a handheld such a big game. There's the big map for the game, and there's Aliens Stole My Brain and Drank My Liquor. See all these fun things you used to get in the game cartridge and all the other things. That's a UMD, if you don't know what that is. That's what you used to put in your PSP to play the game. Ratchet & Clank Size Matters. Again, it was very enjoyable to play a Ratchet & Clank game in handheld. What a time it was to be alive. And that wraps up the Nintendo DS, 3DS, and PSP games. Now we are on to PlayStation 2 games. I used to have many more PlayStation 2 games, but I think some of them got lost when I moved house some years ago. Here's Grand Theft Auto 3, one of the first PS2 games I played. What a great game that was, and still is to this day. You can play it in remastered form these days. And here's Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which I just showed you for the PSP. And there's Spider-Man 2. I think this is the best Spider-Man game. I have so many good memories playing this game. Final Fantasy X. That's another Final Fantasy game I haven't finished. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I think this recently got a remaster, or a new collection came out of Marvel vs. Capcom, but I didn't get it. Dead or Alive 2, a fighting game. It's got nice images on the back, as you can see. This was a big game back in the day, rivaling Tekken and other battling fighting games. Drakengard. I haven't played this game, but I've been meaning to. It's from the person that made Nier Automata and Pro Evolution Soccer 6. This is the most balanced Pro Evolution Soccer. I like number 4, but it's very fast and arcade style. Whereas this one has that, but it's also more controlled and nicer to play. Okay, that's PS2 games. Let's go forward. Now let's look at PlayStation 3 games. This is the Ico and Shadow of Colossus collection. I haven't finished either. I've played some of both, but haven't finished either of them. Mass Effect 3. It's a good game, but not the best Mass Effect. Heavy Rain. A very somber and moody game. And of course, Skyrim. I think there was a problem with this copy. It was broken or something. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of another one. There's The Last of Us. I haven't finished that either, but I've got the game. I haven't played Last of Us 2. Deus Ex: Human Revolution. I enjoyed this game quite a lot. I have yet to play the most recent Deus Ex game. Here's South Park: The Stick of Truth. I didn't finish that either. Dark Souls 2. I didn't finish that either. Go Beyond Death. It's the worst of the From Software games, so I'm led to believe. Or at least the worst Dark Souls game. Portal 2. This is a great game. One of the most creative and well done games of the PS3 era. Uncharted 2: Among Thieves. A fun action game. Grand Theft Auto 4. $55.99. That's a lot. Maybe not compared to these days. Grand Theft Auto 5. The most recent Grand Theft Auto game, which came out 11 years ago, if I'm correct. Drakengard 3. I have yet to play this game, but I would like to. It looks enjoyable, and I like Nier Automata, so I should enjoy that. Ratchet & Clank: Tools of Destruction. One of the first PS3 games to be released. A very fun game, like pretty much all the Ratchet & Clank games are. A Crack in Time. Has time run out for Ratchet & Clank? I used to get one of these games every Christmas and complete it every Christmas. I'd just go upstairs, ignoring my entire family, and play Ratchet & Clank games. It was a great time. Ratchet & Clank Nexus there. This is Tales of Xillia. I haven't played this yet. There's been too many other games I've been focused on, but I would like to play it. And then there's Tales of Xillia 2, Day 1 Edition. This looks nice. I have to play the first one first, then play this one. It's got this sleeve and a steel book. This is one of the only steel books I have. Oh, that's nice. Let's see. Inside, 2 discs. Oh, it's a soundtrack. You get the soundtrack with it. That's what's going on there. Here's Our Tornelico Koga. I haven't played this one, but I've heard it's like Star Ocean or Tales of, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like some nice characters there. Some nice artwork. I'll play it one day. And last but not least, Star Ocean: The Last Hope International. It looks like a pretty cool sci-fi game. I've only played a couple of Star Ocean games. Prepare for Liftoff. It looks fun. Maybe I'll play it sometime. That's PS3 games. I have quite a lot of them. I think it's the most I've got in my collection. Let's move on to the next lot of games. Now it's time for PlayStation 4 games. Tearaway Unfolded. I can't remember if I finished that. 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. I definitely finished this. I don't usually like strategy games or visual novels, but I really enjoyed this, which is a blend of the two. It's still got plastic on. Mega Dimension Neptunia 7. I have yet to play this. I think it's a second-hand copy. Next Gen, Next Form, Next Nep. Oh, it's got plastic on, so I can't open it. Deceptive plastic. I must have played a downloaded version of that, because I definitely played it, but it's still got plastic on. Code Vein. A Souls-like anime-style game. Very gory and strange, but I liked it. And it wasn't too difficult, which I liked. Ultra Despair Girls, Danganronpa, another episode. I like this game. It was quite hard to find, I think, but I found it eventually. You get to shoot and shoot the bears. I forgot what they're called. And you get 8 different kinds of ammo to escape Tower City. It's nice. Eternal Blade 2. I have yet to open this one. I'm just keeping it for posterity. One day maybe we'll play. I think it's a Taiwanese developer, I think. Sakura Wars. This was a great game. I really enjoyed. I think some of the characters' faces look a bit strange, but I like that one. But it was still a fun game. Mech kind of style. And free stickers. I'm not sure if I got the stickers. Let's have a look. Oh, yes, I did. There are the stickers. I don't like to use the stickers because then you've used them. And there's the manual. Still getting manuals in the PS4 era. Heck GU. Last Recode. It's got 3 Heck GU games in it. I played it a little bit, but I didn't get on with it too well, I don't think. TriStar. I completed this. I tried playing the sequel, but it was nowhere near as good as this. Not that this was amazing, but it was okay to play and finish. Nier Automata, Game of the Year Edition. I really enjoyed this game. It was a breath of fresh air. A very unique take on the action RPG. I enjoyed it very much. The Outer Worlds. This was a really fun Fallout-style game set in space. I liked it. It was very funny. Fallout 4. I like this game a lot. Yes, it's a good game. I played the heck out of it. Ghost of Tsushima is a masterpiece. I remember waiting so long for this game to come out, and then I got it for Christmas and was so happy to play it and to have it in my possession. I can't wait for the sequel. Uncharted 4: Thief's End. I have not played this yet. I haven't played... I tried playing the Golden Abyss game on the PS Vita, but I didn't beat it yet. I don't have any PS Vita games, you may have noticed. I really should get some, but they're so expensive and hard to find. Horizon Zero Dawn. This was a great game. I enjoyed it a lot. The sequel I didn't enjoy so much. I thought it was just more of the same. It was not as good. Spider-Man. What a game this was. Be greater. It's still amazing what they did with this game, I think. So good. And Ratchet and Clank. The original, remastered for the PlayStation 4. What a great game the original Ratchet and Clank game was. That's PS4 games. Next, let's do Switch games. Here are my Switch games. Most of them still have their plastic on because I want to keep them in case they get valuable in the future, and I just download the digital version to play it. Here's Trials of Mana. I completed this one. I've yet to play Visions of Mana, which was just released. I really enjoyed this game. I liked her the best. The one in the red. I think I played as her. I didn't play as the other characters. But a very fun game and nice art. Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age. Another Final Fantasy game I played but not completed. I think it was not my kind of game. Poison Control Contaminated Edition. I think this was an okay game. I think I bought it because I thought it might be rare in the future. I don't know how rare it is though. It wasn't too bad, but not amazing either. Shining Resonance Refrain. I haven't played this yet, but I don't know why I'm waiting to play it. Because it's got nice characters in it. It looks pretty good. Live Alive, or Live Alive, or Live Alive, or Live Alive. However you want to say it. I'm not sure the correct way. I haven't played this game yet. I'm not typically a fan of turn-based games, so I've shied away from this one, but I've heard it's very good, and this guy looks funny. Next, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I played the second Xenoblade Chronicles, and a bit of the first, but I didn't finish the first, only the second. It's a very long game, so I need a lot of time to do it. Bayonetta. I think I finished Bayonetta. I finished one of them. I think it was this one, yes. It's very nice, as you can see. Rune Factory 4 Special. I haven't tried this yet, or did I? I can't remember. Embark on a thrilling fantasy adventure. I like the art style very much. Blue Reflection Second Light. I really enjoyed this game. It was a perfect summer game a couple of summers ago, and the music was great. I like the idea of the levels or the stages being kind of the thoughts of the girls and what they're thinking. It's very cool. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I've played all these games separately, so I didn't feel the need to play them again. I just bought it for my collection. It's still in its plastic wrapping. There's just one more group of games I wish to show you. I'll do it now. I know what you're thinking. This is not a video game. It's SpongeBob SquarePants. It's a SpongeBob SquarePants tin that I keep my Game Boy games and Game Boy Advance games in. Here's Tiny Toons. I played that a lot. Montana's Movie Madness. Here's Monster Max. Do you know that one? It was an isometric game. It was quite fun. Mortal Kombat. I'm sure you know what that is. And here is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That was really fun. I played that a lot. This is Super 4-in-1. You got to play Space Invaders, Alleyway, and Tennis, and one other game that I can't remember. But it was really fun. You just turn it off and on and the game would change. Super Mario Advance for the Game Boy Advance. Grand Theft Auto 2 for the Game Boy Color. Lemmings for the Game Boy, a classic game. And here's Pokemon Fire Red, that's the version I played. Here's Star Wars Jedi Power Battles. I loved the one on the PlayStation 1, so I got it for the Game Boy Advance. It was no way near as good though, but still good. Here's Spider-Man, Mysterio's Menace for the Game Boy Advance. I don't remember too much about that. Here's The Amazing Spider-Man. That was fun on the Game Boy. Here's Sonic Advance for the Game Boy Advance. And here's Nemesis, one of my favorite Game Boy games. I used to love the shoot 'em up games, but I don't play them much now. Here's a Japanese version of Kirby 2 that I got at a flea market in Tokyo. I paid about 20 Japanese yen, which is like 10 pence or something. It works. Here's Super Mario Land. Probably the first Game Boy game I ever played. Here's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Back from the Sewers. That was fun. Here's Sega Smash Pack, a game collection of different games. I can't remember which ones are on there. Here's Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. Not as good as the console versions, but not bad. I have 2 Mario Kart Super Circuits for some reason, for the Game Boy Advance. I'm not sure how that happened. Here's, I'm pretty sure, is a fake copy of The Legend of Zelda The Minish Cap that I purchased in Thailand for about 300 baht or something, very cheap. Here is Breath of Fire 2. I don't think I finished this one. Here is Tekken Advance for the Game Boy Advance. And here is Breath of Fire 1. I only played a bit of it. Let's see here. Oh, I got some Pokemon tattoos. From Lawson Station, 210 yen. Let's take a look at these, even though they're not video games. I'm struggling to open them with one hand. Oh, I put a Dragon Quest card in there for some reason. These are the tattoos. I wonder if they still work. These are quite old now. About 15 years old. There's a great call. And there's, is that Weavile? And Murkrow or something? They're all Japanese names. Meowth, Mime Jr., Wobbuffet, Pokeball. Maybe I'll put these on sometime. Drifloon, another great ball, Gengar, and Dialga, and the legendaries. And there's Eevee, and Leafeon, and the Ice Eevee, I forgot the name. That's just information. And here are some Zelda Twilight Princess somethings. Maybe more tattoos. Just trying to open. Okay, I'm touching them. Okay. Oh, it's just that I've used the other ones. It's just the little baby that sells you stuff. No, there's no more. Well, that's it for my video game collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you again. Goodbye. Also this.